boroughs of New York, one of the best rivalries in sport now spans the nation. The Dodgers and the Yankees, storied franchises, superstars, scattered through the decades in fall classics. No two teams have faced each other more often in the ultimate showdown. Now, baseball's current format includes interleague play, but there's still something scintillating when the boys in blue battle the Bronx Bombers. Mark Langill is the Dodger team historian. When it comes to this rivalry, he knows where relics, reminders, and artifacts are located inside Dodger Stadium.
You know, all the years that the Dodgers played the Yankees, 11 times between 1941 and 1981, for the first 5 times, it was the same thing. Wait till next year, wait till next year. 1941, 1947, 1949, 52, 53. By 55, they're kind of desperate. The guys are getting old, and the Dodgers ran away to a pennant in 1955, but then they lose the first 2 games of the World Series.
When Hodges goes down swinging, the Yankees win 4-2.
Johnny Padres' 23rd birthday wins Game 3, and that would set in motion one of the greatest moments in franchise history, because eventually it came down to Game 7.
Campanella comes home when Hodges singles to left, and the Dodgers are out in front, 1-0.
You couldn't help but be optimistic if you're a Brooklyn Dodger fan, but what's going to go wrong? The Yankees always win, and it seemed every year all the breaks always went the Yankees' way.
Berra, who has been a continual threat at the plate with 9 base hits to his credit, opens the New York 4th with a fly to short left center, and it drops for a double between Gilliam and Snyder.
Here's a Yankee program. This is now the 25th anniversary of Yankee Stadium. It opened in 1923, and all they have to say is the home of champions, and they just list the years. How would you like to be Pee Wee Reese coming to the Brooklyn Dodgers as a young player, and in 1941 you're in the World Series? So exciting. But then Pee Wee Reese is the only guy that loses his first 5 World Series, and all to the same team. Poor Pee Wee's getting old. By 1955, he's 36 years old. Is this ever going to happen?
And the Yankees have the tying runs on base. And up comes Yogi Berra.
In those late innings, 2 runners on base, and Yogi Berra hits the slicing ball to left field. Sandy Emerald sticks his hand out and makes a lunging catch. But then he throws to Pee Wee Reese, and they're able to double up Gil McDougall. That was the play that they had waited so long for.
And Padres keep the Yankees at bay? That's what the fans are wondering. The Dodgers are only 1 out away from their first World Series title.
While Johnny Padres is pitching the shutout, the final ball hit by Elston Howard hit to Pee Wee Reese. He said it was the hardest thing because it felt like he had tears in his eyes, but he still had to make the play. Pee Wee's finally a champion along with his Dodger teammates.
I grew up on Long Island as a fan of the Brooklyn Dodgers. And at the age of 6, when the Dodgers finally beat the Yankees, grown-ups, my parents, their friends were crying. It was that kind of a moment where the Brooklyn Dodgers had finally vanquished the almighty Yankees.
After finally besting those bullies from the Bronx in 1955, Brooklyn faced them in the series again in '56, only to lose. 2 years later, the Dodgers began Major League Baseball's expansion to the West, and it wasn't long before the old rivalry began a new era.
It's the Los Angeles Dodgers against the New York Yankees in their first postseason competition since the Dodgers moved to the West Coast. The Yankees brought their big guns, but Sandy Koufax had the bullets.
1963 was different. Game 1 at Yankee Stadium, Sandy Koufax strikes out 15. There's a new sheriff in town. It's not going to be Yankee domination. And the series is over quick. The Dodgers swept them in 4 games with Koufax, Drysdale, Johnny Padres. They only went to the bullpen once. That was a different feeling for Dodger fans, especially the longtime Dodger fans. That never happened in Brooklyn.
We only beat them there once. But to do it in 4 straight and to say goodbye to the Yankees, I felt pretty good about that.
When the Dodgers and Yankees got together, it was like traffic stopped. But then when you finally get old enough and big enough and you're fortunate enough to play Major League Baseball, a chance to get into the World Series and play against this team that did things on the field day in and day out, year in and year out, that other teams and organizations weren't able to do. And it's your turn to be on that stage, the biggest stage in baseball. And lining up on the field for Game 1 in New York, Dodgers and Yankees, was kind of a backyard moment. And by that, I'm talking about as a 7-year-old being in the backyard. That backyard moment where you say, hey guys, this is the 7th game of the World Series. Our team's down by 2 runs, bases are loaded, 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, and you're the hitter. It's a backyard moment. I think the biggest thing for us, if we go back, frustrated in 77, lost to the Yankees. The following year, 78, lost to the Yankees again. So a number of years came by. We were disappointed a couple of different times. And then 1981, here we are against the Expos. And it comes down to the final game, Game 5 in 81.
Center and hit well. Dawson back. And Monday will touch them all.
For us, there was an extra incentive to maybe go back and maybe for the 3rd time, be able to right the ship finally.
So the Dodgers finally get to the World Series in 1981, and it's the same result like in 1955. They lose their first 2 games, and now it's all up to a left-hander, a young lefty in Game 3. Fernando Valenzuela, Fernando Mania, the 8 shutouts. It's up to him to keep the Dodgers in the series.
2-2 pitch.
It wasn't a shutout, but it was a complete game 5-4 victory that keeps the Dodgers in the series, and that launched a remarkable weekend in Los Angeles.
The Dodgers' comeback mission no longer seems impossible.
By the end of the week, they're world champs.
This is it. Landro waiting and waiting. He's got it. The Los Angeles Dodgers have just about done the impossible.
There's electricity that maybe you don't find somewhere else with other teams that are playing. It's difficult to explain, but you can feel it. You know when it's there, you can feel it, you can taste it. The Dodgers and Yankees have that. So I wore this ring each and every day because I realized how much it meant to me, because that was the backyard moment that 7-year-old came out and said, by golly, in my backyard, bottom of the 9th, somebody on our team hit the home run and we won the World Championship.
The Dodgers-Yankees rivalry is not just baseball history, it's American history, because so many people have experienced that over the years, whether it's Jackie Robinson stealing home against Yogi Berra or Sandy Koufax going against the Bronx Bombers in the 1960s. That is part of the fabric of baseball, and it's just so famous it spills into American society. You may not necessarily be a baseball fan, but you do know about the Dodgers and the Yankees, and you should know whenever those teams get together, it's a special occasion.
Backstage Dodgers is brought to you by Cadillac.
Charge!
He continues to rehab the surgically repaired knee that ended his season in the spring with a torn ACL. Staying in Los Angeles to grind through the rehabilitation process while remaining as close as possible to his teammates. He has a front row seat to witness the Dodgers host the Yankees.
Gleyber Torres climbs in. Kershaw throws, and a line drive to center field to open the weekend. A single for Torres, who doesn't waste any time, extending his hitting streak to 12 games. And so now Kershaw will put this to work against Aaron Judge.
Yeah, large human being, huh? Oh, roll me. Roll me. Roll me. Roll me!
5-4-3. How about the action? 2 pitches into the game.
This has to be a take. Free fastball here. Yeah.
Anthony Rizzo swings to the first pitch. Very clear what the Yankees' early plan is against Kershaw.
Stay away from the curveball. Stay away from the slider.
He was thinking the same thing I was, I guess. I didn't realize that he's hitting 304 with 11 pumps. What do you got? Slider for a chase? Chase slider here? I don't know Rizzo though. I don't.
And strikes him out. 93 to the outside corner, and before they can even settle into their seats, Clayton Kershaw on 5 pitches throws up a 0 in the first.
Yeah, me too. That could have been a 3-pitch. It was only 5.
And 1. Dude, when the NBA playoffs are done, my life is over. Because ever since surgery, I had March Madness. Then we had the Masters. You had the Masters. Then you had the NBA playoffs.
Here come the Dodgers. Here comes Mookie Betts to lead it off. It's Luis Severino for the Yankees. A 29-year-old from the Dominican is in there with a fastball and strike 1. It's just his 3rd start of this season. Yankees let him take his time building up.
He booked him. He booked him. He booked him. He booked him.
A laser beam leadoff shot.
You're like that. You like that. Same spots. A little more energy in the stands tonight. I like it.
Diving stop, Anthony Volpe from short left field. Gets Will Smith.
Yeah.
Heck of a play by the rookie shortstop.
That was fast. Oh, he's safe. He's in there. He's in there. He's in there.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is safe. LA will retain their challenge.
Double down the line. Watch Big Willie run.
Fly ball the other way off of the bat of Muncy. Kiner for left foot. Running out of room. Goodbye.
Attaboy Maxwell. Boy Willie. Same spots.
Check swing tapper here. Big time power. Infield hit. JD Martinez.
That's a knock. What is it for a single? This?
Well, Luis Severino had given up 5 hits total over his first 2 starts. He's given up 5 to the first 6 hitters here. And now faces Miguel Vargas.
Get in there. Yeah. Send him. No. Julio. Knees. next year.
James Outman bats with the bases loaded in this first inning. Dodgers trying to put up a huge number.
Get them knees up. Mr. Gilmore.
I would just dunk on your.
You wouldn't stand a chance. In basketball?
If they give me an alley-oop. Oh, right now, what are you going to do?
I mean, yeah, right now, yeah, I'm not doing anything. When I'm healthy, the only one who can guard me on this team is Mookie, maybe. And even Mookie, it's a maybe.
Wow.
See, I got size. For some reason, I don't feel safe.
Giancarlo Stanton sends a ball in the air to the left field corner. Jason Hayward is there to get the first out of the second.
I thought he was going to pull a hook a slider in here. That might come in here at like 130. I think it was a heater. I actually enjoy watching him pitch. I don't really like watching baseball, but I enjoy watching twos.
Well, it's just because you know you're watching something pretty special.
Yeah, exactly.
Curve gets Kinder Falefa for the second out.
Like it. Damn. That was coming right at one of us.
Yeah. I think he about tore his calf muscle.
Yeah, that didn't look good.
Like 91, 93, healthy Kershaw.
No.
Struck him out. Fastball to the inside corner to get Torres. Like a house by the side of the road. 4 Ks for Kershaw. Then it brings up J.D. Martinez. The 1-2. Martinez drives the ball deep center field.
You got him. Bookie book!
Gone again!
Infield single and a homer.
Infield single and a homer.
Entertaining Gavin Lux and every Dodger fan in the park, Clayton Kershaw is on. Game 1 of the 3-game series belongs to him and the attacking LA lineup. The 3-time Cy Young winner finishes with 7 complete innings and 9 strikeouts in a vintage Kershaw performance, leading to a win for the boys in blue.
Got him! Dodgers 8, Yankees 4, the first game of this weekend set.
Way to go, Kershaw.
It was a fun ball game. I think that certainly the crowd was, there was, some Yankee fans, obviously, a lot of Dodger fans, and you could just feel the energy heightened tonight. And I think Clayton fed off of it.
And they score 6 runs in the first inning. That's a great way to pitch. So just try and protect as best you can. Gave up a few solo homers, but I'm okay with that. It's better than walking guys, having guys on base. So overall, it was a great win today, and it feels good to be back on the winning side.
On the next Backstage Dodgers, how Evan Phillips remains a supportive husband and father thousands of miles away from home.
It's so good. I did the little toes.